Hi everyone, this is Ryan and I'm back with some more images of Mars which came in on April the 8th, 2021. I'd like to thank YouTube's Common Science channel for putting this short video up. They're always quite good at getting the latest images out there, and I'm sure many people appreciate it. The newest short video shows one of the rovers taking a panoramic view of the raised ridge on Mars, and this is where I got my images from. Keep in mind that even though many of the videos that come from Mars seem to be live action ones like we take on Earth, they're only snapshots of a particular point in time, and then they are all brought together to pan like they are videos. This is because there's only a small window each day for sending back the images, and live action videos would contain too much data to be sent during that time frame. When it comes to viewing the enlarged images that I am talking about in this video, please remember that how well you see them may depend on your graphics card in your computer and the size you are viewing the images. For the most part, the larger you view an image, the more blurry it gets. I believe that many, but not all of the images I talk about here, show enough characteristics to at least draw a conclusion that something very incredible is happening on Mars, which I'm sure will need further investigations. As you can see, this is Mars' surface, which is mostly sand, but there's an elevated crust here made of rock that has some very interesting things going on with some catacombs over here and even some over here. And then there's some of this debris down in here, which I'm going to talk about. So this is the image enlarged. And the first thing we notice is this image right here, which looks like another one of those creatures I was talking about before. It's got a head, comes around the neck, then it's got a long leg with a foot. The leg comes around with the body, and there's some more legs down here and another one down here, and then the tail comes out here. And then the body comes back around like this. It's certainly like something we've never seen before on Earth. It almost looks like a stick creature. But we have to remember that the gravity on Mars is only about 1/3 of what it is on Earth. So these creatures, or whatever they are, will have a lot of different characteristics than the animals that we would have on Earth. And then there's this one right here. It's similar to ones like I've spotted before with triangular heads. Almost like a cobra with a neck that comes around and then a body that goes to the back and a tail. Plus we have these over here, which it looks like 3 heads in a row, well 4 heads in a row coming out from underneath some rocks. They almost look like mushrooms, but they have the triangular heads too. Here's the image lightened a bit, and there's also a very interesting unnatural formation right here with 4 rectangular openings. It looks like something else is coming out of there, and we've got some interesting stuff going on over here to the right as well. This is very irregular. And just a little bit to the right of that, there's these catacombs up in here, which are unnatural. It's got a rectangular one and a circular one, which are just underneath the surface a few feet. It's got another one of these heads sticking out. If we look over to the left a bit, the enlarged image looks like a giant insect. And moving down from that, you can see this triangular object here, which almost looks like the letter A. Do you notice how the ends are raised on both sides? That's very unique and something that's not natural for sure. And the more you look along this embankment, the more of these strange looking creatures that you see. Here's one here, there's something else here, there's one over here. It just keeps, it's almost like it's a hive of some kind in the catacombs. And as we move along the right of this embankment, we see a lot of other things as well. Looks like standing on a rock here, looks like some kind of bird creature with a long beak. And then another one of those creatures right here. There's two more heads there and another right there. And there's another strange thing sticking its head up here. Other ones popping their heads out. Very, very strange. And then there's also this down here, which looks unnatural, like unnatural rock formations. Moving down to those rock formations, there's two here that are quite interesting. This one right here almost looks like a bone of some kind, and then this one right over here. As we move further to the right, there's all kinds of stuff in this one. There's this area right in here that there's a whole bunch of things that don't look natural, like 3 boulders in a row, another circular object here, and then this circular one right here that has a hole in the middle of it. We've got another creature up in the cave here, and this Z here, Z-shaped creature with a head, it's a shorter one. It seems like everywhere you look, there's this object right here that looks like another one laying on its stomach. There's this log-shaped object, got a hole in it, and 2 more things coming out of it. And there's another odd-shaped creature with a head on it right here. And then this platform right here doesn't look natural. And as we move along and enlarge it a bit, we see some more very strange things. Like this structure right here. It's got a perfect right angle wall. Then down here we have another rectangular object. And over here is another rectangular platform. And down here we've got an odd-shaped rock formation here with some other platform-type rocks here. Another square one rock over here. And could this right here be another one of those creatures all coiled up? Here's its head, and inside you can see how these coils kind of wrap around in here. And it's also near another wall-type structure that's got a perfect right angle and another right angle right here. Now this next image has what seems to be some animals in it. They're very hard to see, but here's one here with a head and a body and the legs. Over here it looks like a horse or a dog, or similar to a dog with the head, the legs coming down here, and then there's something else right here. And then up here it looks like a perfectly built wall with a 90-degree angle. Last but not least, right here looks like one of those sleeping creatures on its side with its mouth open. Very strange. So that was just a 2-minute recording where I picked out about 15 images. Can you imagine what we're missing? So at this point I'm a little confused, mainly because other people don't seem to be picking up on these images in the same way as I am. For me, I know what I'm seeing in these images and know what I'm hearing in the song reversals as well. I've heard of people that seem to be a magnet for paranormal events like this. Some are able to consistently snap images of ghosts or UFOs, etc. Could it be that the angels are interacting with these images, like they are with the song reversals, allowing those that are interested to experience images of another dimension on Mars? And if other dimensions exist on Mars, then perhaps it all boils down to what Tesla said. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. In closing, I'd like to play again one of the clearest song reversals I've done thus far by Tones and I, called Dance Monkey. That may help you to understand what is happening.
That completes this presentation. To hear more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit our website at theangelscrolls.com.